Moonlighting. Now it is the most controversial or discussed subject, not only for software companies but also for employees of software companies, as well as other lucrative employment opportunities providing companies, maybe in pharma sector, maybe in defense sector, maybe information technology, maybe in chemicals. Everywhere the moonlighting is being discussed. What is moonlighting? The moonlighting is allowing employees or the employees carrying on employment services of one company and also carrying activities for and on behalf of other companies, working together on we can say joint employment or joint contract or joint working or employment and contract, in any way working for other organization in relation to the parent company for where the employee is working, where employee is engaged. The furor around moonlighting seeks legal help to re-evaluate and redraft existing employment contracts. Because of this moonlighting situation, the companies intends to redraft the existing employment contracts to prohibit the employees to carry on works of other companies. A sharp jump in companies reaching out to them for help in redrafting employment agreements, figuring out loopholes, making contracts more robust, enforcing restrictions, or even enabling moonlighting with necessary checks and balances. So every company is now planning to redraft the agreements and to impose checks and balances, enforce restrictions on its employees, because the employees not to be allowed to undertake contract of other companies simultaneously. The reason is because of pandemic situation, the employees were allowed to work from home, which led to the situation where the employees can carry on their activities from home, employment activities from their home or any place, and also they are encouraged or they are showing interest to undertake assignments of other companies or working on contract with other companies or undertaking assignments with other companies. This is, of course, the employees may be getting more remuneration, but that is causing inconvenience to the employers whom they have employed because of the suspicion about leakage of secrecy and information from this company to other companies or competitors. Several organizations in the information technology sector, IT-enabled service sector have been emphasizing the requirement to have their employment contracts and policies revisited, including additional clarity on their stance against possible moonlighting. Now, many companies are trying to enter into fresh agreements, fresh contracts, or revisit the existing clauses to prohibit or to permit the employees to carry on moonlighting activities. The moot point is to specify that the exclusivity of employment relationship and confidentiality obligations would not be limited to work hours but for the entire service tenure. With this moonlighting situation, the companies are trying to protect their confidentiality and obligations not only during working hours but also the entire employment tenure of employees. Any actions that conflict with such obligation would warrant disciplinary actions against the concerned employee. There is a culture shift about taking up side gigs. Companies are aware that they can't stop people beyond a certain point. Companies are aware that they cannot control the employees to undertake moonlighting beyond certain point. Hence, they are trying to revisit their businesses by putting process in place. Multinationals reach out to know what kind of policies can be designed to ensure that employees treat their employment as a primary job. Every company is trying to make the employees to treat their employment as primary obligation than any other assignments which under moonlighting. Outline what amounts to conflict of interest and set out a restrictive governance from taking jobs with competitors during employment and ways to protect themselves in terms of confidentiality. Every company wants to protect its confidentiality during the period the employees working in their company, and they are prohibited from undertaking moonlighting, maybe with competitors or data leakage or information leakage, which may result in loss to the company. So this is moonlighting is highly being discouraged by the companies. Moonlighting by the employees is highly discouraged by the companies, and the companies want to protect their confidentiality, information, secrecy from being shared with public or competitors or any other sector which may cause loss to the company. So for this purpose, to discourage the employees from moonlighting, the companies are planning to revisit or redraft their employment contracts or their employment agreements so that the employees will be loyal to their company, and they not only during office hours but also during their period of tenure, during their entire period of tenure as employment.